Arianna, and today we're going to be going over a yoga routine that is great to do before you go to the gym or do any other physical activity. So let's get started. If you're not in a place where you can do this video with me right now, please save it to your watch later and join me whenever you can. Hi, welcome. So today we're going to be doing a little yoga stretch, focusing on the entire body. That's great to do before you hit the gym or do anything else physically active. So let's go ahead and get started on our hands and knees in tabletop position. And you can start to inhale, drop your belly, roll your shoulders back, lift your heart. You can untuck your toes or keep them tucked here. It's up to you. So find that cow position, spread your fingers out wide. Your wrists are in line with your shoulders and hips are in line with your knees. So just keep breathing into your belly. Take another deep inhale into the belly, fill up in your own breath. And then exhale, start to tuck your tail and bring your navel to the ceiling. So we're gonna round our spine now. Head is heavy or slightly pull it in towards your sits bones. Breathe into the back body. And keep pressing away the earth in our cat pose, so engaging the core. And then find that inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back for cow. And then just start to flow through. So exhale, you'll find cat, tuck your chin, push away, protract the shoulders. And on your inhales, draw the shoulders back, navel to the ground, and look forward or look slightly down. We want elongation through the spine. Do a few more in your own breath as you exhale, pushing away, maybe starting to find some other movement that feels good. And then do a few more before sitting back into a child's pose. So hips back towards your heels, and you can bring your knees hips width distance apart or farther. Walk your hands forward and find extension, but also find relaxation as you melt your chest into the mat. Then find softness as you exhale. And feel your body, its connection to the ground. Finding spinal flexion finding spinal extension as we extend our spine here. And then roll up to a tabletop. Bring your right knee straight up to the side like a dog about to pee on a fire hydrant, and then start to make circles with your right knee. Keep pressing away with both hands. Go both ways with your circles. Well, if you hear any popping, make smaller circles. And then bring your right leg down, bring your left one up. Make circles once more, feeling into that hip. And then we'll release both of our legs. And tuck your toes. Sit your hips back towards your heels. Find a yogi toe stretch, so all 10 toes are tucked. Virasana pose. And breathe into that sensation. If your feet are tight, the rest of your body can be tight as well. The more flexible your feet are, the more flexible the rest of your body tends to be able to become. So finding your breath here, and thread the needle. Bring your left arm over your chest and draw it down. Same thing on the other side, right arm over and down. And do that one more time if that was enough sensation for you, or come into a half eagle pose. So wrap your arms together, palms touch, and breathe into your back. Maybe start to reach your nose past your fingers, so draw your elbows down. Or maybe extend, reach up, maybe find a mini back bend, mini cow pose. And exhale, bring your elbows back into your heart. Try to bring your arms apart, so pull them apart from each other. Really opening up the back, shoulders. And then release. Shake it out. Give yourself a hug once more. If your toes are good with that sensation, come off of your yogi toes, wiggle your toes. Give yourself a hug and then make your eagle arms. Palms touch if you can, and if they can't touch, you can have your thumbs hook and make a little butterfly. So you can bring your palms together for eagle, drop the shoulders, drop the elbows, and try to reach your nose over your fingers. Breathe into tight space, create new space. And then start to reach your hands up, find a little mini back bend. And then back in to your heart. Draw your hands away from each other. Arms energetically pull apart. And then slowly release. Shake it out. And then find your tabletop position. Spread your fingers, tuck your toes, levitate your knees, and find a short plank. So short plank engagement through the abdomen, through the core. Drop your heels, lift your hips for a downward facing dog. And you want to feel balance between all four connections. You can start to rock your hips side to side. Maybe just starting to breathe into tight spaces, feeling into any habitual patterns that you may hold from the day. And we really want to try to have our eyes of our elbows to face forward. It might help to bend your elbows and then bring them back and then re-straighten them. And you can have a wide stance with your feet, more of a bend in your knees for this first downward dog. And bend your knees even more. You're going to walk up into a yogi squat, a malasana squat. So lower your hips, walk your feet to both hands. And then roll your shoulders back, extend through your spine. Bring your elbows to your knee creases and lift up here. So toes point out in line with our knees, shoulders are back. Press your hands together and then press them into your heart. Lift up a little bit taller. Breathe into your sacrum. And start to sway. So you can start to sway right and left in this malasana squat. Lifted. You can be as low or as high up as you want. And then start to reach your hands forward. Breathe into your back body. And roll back center. Plant your palms and step back into a downward dog. Inhale, reach your right leg straight up and back. Exhale, bring your knee forward. Lean forward for a high plank. And then plant your foot. Bring it all the way through. Find a low lunge. Anjaneyasana. Hips face forward. Untuck your toes or leave them tucked. Inhale, reach your palms up. Lean your hips forward. Open your chest. Exhale, find a cactus. So bend both elbows like you're doing a pull-up. Bring both hands down. From there, start to straighten your front leg for a halfway split. So your left hip is in line with your left knee. Ooh. You can have blocks here or you can use your core. Palms can come to your heart or your hips. Take an inhale to lengthen. And exhale, start to fold over your right leg. Fold about halfway so your spine is still neutral. If you start to round back up, take another inhale. And exhale, start to fold all the way. So round forward, flex your spine, tuck your chin, and fold over your right leg. So breathe into your back body, head is heavy. And then plant your right foot for a lunge once more. Plant your palms. Lift your back knee, lift your right hand for a twist. And then exhale, step back into a high plank. Press away the earth at the top. Hug everything into the midline. And start to lower down halfway or all the way. Our elbows can shave our rib cage. Roll the shoulders back. Hover the hands for a low cobra. And really engage those back muscles. So you can hover your feet if you want as well. And then press into a child's pose. And we'll meet in a downward facing dog. So roll up, spread your fingers. Find a downward dog. Inhale, bring your left knee straight up and back. And exhale, bring your knee into your chest. Roll forward for that high plank. And then lightly step through for Anjaneyasana low lunge. Lower your back knee and lift your torso, lift your hands. Take an inhale. Relax the shoulders. And exhale, cactus. Like you're doing a pull-up. Draw your hands down and back. And then hands to heart. Start to straighten your front leg. Draw your left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, find length through your spine and maybe squeeze your abductors, your side muscles together, outer hips to find stability. Exhale, fold about halfway. So we still have that neutral spine, left hip back, right hip forward. On your next inhale, imagine length growing up a little bit taller through your vertebrae. And on your next exhale, you can slowly start to flex, start to round into your left leg. And let your head be heavy. Breathe into tight space. And slowly rebend your left knee. Plant your palms. Lift your back knee. Reach up, runner's lunge, twist. And then run through that vinyasa or no yasa. It's up to you. You can take a few breaths in a child's pose, do some cat-cows. And we'll meet in our downward facing dog. Inhale, look at your toes. Exhale, roll the shoulders back. Take tiny steps with straight legs, maybe a little bend up into a forward fold. Head is heavy. And start to ragdoll, sway side to side, right and left, releasing the upper body, the torso. Give your head a few nods. Yes, no. Then release your hands. Maybe slip your hands underneath your feet, so underneath your toes. For a gorilla pose, wrap the shoulders back. Inhale, draw the belly into the thighs. Exhale, fold deeper. And slowly release. And you'll roll up from your roots up, root to rise. So press in, squeeze your glutes, engage your core. And start to roll to a stand. And once you get there, find a little side body stretch. So take your left foot, bring it over your right. Grab your left hand and sweep it over. Relax the shoulders, breathe into the left side body. A half moon, so dropping your hips over to the left, reaching your hands over to the right. And you can look forward, or you can look up, or you can look down, and we'll return to the midline. Take your right foot, bring it over your left. Inhale, reach up both hands, grab onto your right wrist, drop the shoulders, press in with both big toes. Take an inhale to lengthen. And take an exhale to lean over to the left. Draw your wrists over left and push your hips over to the right. And open up your chest, look forward, look down. And you'll return to the midline in your own breath. And we'll go to the top of our mat. Lift one leg for mountain pose. So lift your left leg. Find that solid foundation through your right foot. Nice balancing posture here. Stable and comfortable. So take that left foot, sweep it back. So take that left foot, sweep it back into a high lunge. So squeezing your legs together underneath you. Try to squeeze the mat together or rip it apart. Either way, activating the legs. Lift your hands up, inhale, high lunge. And exhale, cactus. Take your hands behind you, charging high lunge. So lean forward slightly. And then press through your big toe. Start to lift into a warrior 3. So left toes can spin down. Chest can be in line with your hips. Hands can be by your ears or your chest or your sides. So start to reach down to the ground, find a half split, reach that left heel up, and then find that fold once more. Head is heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, press your legs away. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, rise up, roll up. Then palms to your heart center. And we'll take our right leg up with us this time. One-legged mountain. Press through your big toe, little toe on your left foot. Stay lifted. Find your balance through all four corners of that left foot. And then sweep your right foot back Sweep your hands up. Squeeze your heels together once you find your balance, your drishti, your focus for that high lunge. So inhale, high lunge, crescent. Exhale, cactus the arms. And then like a charging lunge, we'll sweep our hands behind us and slowly float forward into a warrior 3. So toes spin down, have a micro bend in your left knee, and you can have airplane hands, you can have your arms by your ears. Wherever you're at, that's where you're supposed to be. And then slowly tilt forward and find that half split. So start drawing your heel up. Take another inhale and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step back. Find a high plank. And then lower down. All the way or halfway, we want our elbows to shave our rib cage. And then press up on an inhale for that back bend. And then find a downward dog once more. Or find a child's pose once more. And then press up into that downward facing dog. Look at your toes, start to walk your toes forward, sit your hips back. Find one more malasana squat. Draw the chest up. Open up the hips, the heart. Shoulders back, crown is lifted. And slowly start to sit back. Bring your feet in front of you. Toes point towards you. And scoot up or walk your sits bones up. Bend your knees. Find a 90-90. So feet to either side of your mat. And then start to drop your knees. 90 degrees each side. And do an even amount or whatever feels good. And then bend your knees, grab onto your hamstrings, start to roll back. And just start to roll around on your full back. Right, left, side to side. Feeling all of those connection points with the ground. You can also grab onto your shins. Or you can grab onto the outer ridges of your feet. And move into happy baby pose. Maybe straighten one leg at a time. Really feel into those hamstrings, calves, hips, toes, back. And you can, once you're done with happy baby or any other poses that fit your fancy or you feel like doing, you can start to settle into shavasana, your final resting pose of the practice. Before you go off to work out or do something else, just take a few minutes here with yourself on the mat. And feel your body, acknowledge all the work that it's done, all the work that it does. And thank you for joining me on this mat. I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for practicing with me. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, don't forget to download our Yoga Plus app. And don't forget to check out the next video of my series. Bye.
Introducing Yoga Plus, offering a free series every month with over 300 different videos. Take control of your health. Work out anytime, anywhere. Yoga Plus. Download now for free.